Severe hurricanes struck several departments of central and western France, causing significant material damage, in particular due to very heavy hail. The departments of Charente, Vendée and Endre were the hardest hit. Here the torrential rains were accompanied by strong winds and hail with a diameter of 6 to 10 centimeters. In Endre, residents of more than 300 homes were without electricity, about 1,000 cars and hundreds of buildings were damaged. On the night of Tuesday, May 24, fire and rescue workers had to clear roads from fallen trees and come to the aid of the affected residents. Wind gusts reached hurricane force, 28 to 30 meters per second in the affected departments. There were recorded 18,000 lightning strikes. In just a few hours, the rainfall amounted to 30 millimeters. 6 people were killed when a building collapsed in southern Iran. Causes of the collapse are still unknown. Initially, almost 80 people were under the rubble, half of them have already been rescued. The building is located on the busiest shopping street in the city of Abadan. The multi-story building was incomplete, with construction work continuing on the upper floors. According to state television of the country, an investigation into the collapse has begun. The owner of the building and the head of the contractor who performed the construction work have already been detained. Giant asteroid hurtling toward Earth, 4 times the size of the Empire State Building. The asteroid is called 7335. At the moment it is rapidly approaching the Earth, but, according to NASA experts, humanity should not worry about it. On May 27, a giant object will fly past our planet at a distance of about 4 million kilometers. This is nearly 10 times the average distance between the Earth and the Moon. Nevertheless, given the huge size of the space rock 2 kilometers in diameter, and the relatively close flight past Earth in terms of space, NASA classifies this asteroid as potentially dangerous. It could cause enormous damage to our planet, but that will only happen if its orbit changes. 7335 is called the largest asteroid to approach Earth this year. Scientists estimate that it travels at about 76,000 km per hour, which is 20 times faster than a flying bullet. The next time this space object is expected to make a close pass to Earth is June 23, 2055. Heavy rainfall of more than 200 mm in 24 hours in some areas has caused further flooding and landslides in the state of Minas Gerais, Brazil, where at least 15 people have died in the last few days. Around 1,200 people have been displaced after wide areas of Brumadinho municipality were flooded from the overflowing Paraopeba River. On Civil Defense also reported that 5 people died in a landslide caused by heavy rain in the municipality. Brumadinho is the location of the tailings dam tragedy of January 2019 where 270 people died. Air pollution. Delhi's smog problem is rooted in India's water crisis. Every winter, Indian capital Delhi's toxic air is fueled by farmers burning crop stubble. But the fires don't stop. India loses an estimated $95 billion to air pollution every year. From mid-March to mid-October, when Delhi's air quality varies from good to moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups, chatter on air pollution and its causes is muted. But then comes winter. Pollution in any city mixes vertically in the atmosphere, and the height at which this happens shrinks by more than half in the winter, raising the concentration of pollution. 2 new sources also enter the mix. By the end of October, when the rains have ceased, the winds begin to blow in from the northwest, carrying fumes from burning fields. Then there is the Diwali, the popular festival lights, where millions burst firecrackers to celebrate. Strong winds and unseasonably high temperatures have reignited wildfires in Patagonia, which have devastated huge areas of forest in the remote Argentine region. And with temperatures climbing upwards, firefighters have now been deployed across Argentina to forest fires raging in 9 out of the country's 23 provinces, including one blaze that has been active for more than a month. Nearly 100 firefighters and support staff, reinforced by planes and helicopters, were fighting the largest of the fires in the Nahuel Huapi National Park in Patagonia, the Fire Management Service said. The park is located near the tourist city of Bariloche, about 1,500 kilometers southwest of Buenos Aires. In 30 years, 90% of the world's coral reefs will die if global greenhouse gas emissions increase even slightly. This was the conclusion made by Australian scientists, who studied the negative effect of global warming on ecosystems. As a result of their work, they called on the world community to make immediate and decisive efforts to save the reefs, which are unique creations of nature. This is why even rare news like this is so valuable and inspiring. Once biologists decided to plant thousands of square meters of Indonesia's eroded reefs with coral. But few would have thought that in the future underwater inhabitants will be able to thank scientists for the revival of the ecosystem with a special singing. Specialists from the UK have discovered a new, healthy and diverse soundscape on the restored reefs. Scientists have been working to restore Indonesia's ecosystem for years. Now, they say, they are surprised at the successful fruits their work has yielded. The soundscapes of the restored seafloor are not identical to the existing healthy reefs, but the variety of sounds is similar. And that, in turn, is evidence of a functioning ecosystem. For example, scientists have documented the return to habitat of a wide variety of fish. When the soundscape returns to its natural appearance, the reefs have a better chance of finding support from the ocean's inhabitants. The more sounds the fish make, the more individuals respond to the call and visit the place, and, therefore, there will be diversity in the environment. Scientists admit that they still have much to learn about what all these songs of sea creatures mean. But today they allow themselves to be genuinely happy about the return to life of a small but still important part of the ocean.